Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's Coach Rod here. Back with the podcast. What I want to talk about today is marriage is ministry. You know, and I'm driving as I'm doing this podcast because I got to get this message out before I forget. I ain't got time to pull over and do a video. If it's too much background noise, I probably would do this over again. When I park, if it's too much background noise. But excuse the background noise, if you can. Marriage is ministry. Marriage is ministry. And the reason why I'm doing this podcast is because I'm responding to a comment on the last video I did about, you know, two things that some women got to make some adjustments on when it comes down to a man. And like I said, the reason why I did that video because one of my sisters, you know, emailed me and saying, you know, talk about respect. Women respecting men. And I thank God that she, you know, emailed me that. They let me know that some women want to learn where they going wrong at too. Because, you know, I get on here and I always tell y'all where men going wrong. But, to be honest with y'all, I never tell y'all where y'all going wrong at. So, if I don't never tell y'all where y'all going wrong at, how y'all going to grow? How y'all going to get better? You know, it's about accountability. You know what I'm saying? It's about accountability. And that's a good thing when a person want to be held accountable. Like, you know, the woman that asked me to do that video about respect. They let me know that, you know, she want to be held accountable. And that's good. Because when you want accountability, that's how you grow. That's how you grow when you want accountability. You know what I'm saying? That's how you grow. So that's a mature woman. But a lot of women can't handle accountability. You know, they can't handle it. A lot of women, they like it when you tell them what somebody else is doing wrong. But when you tell them what they're doing wrong, they don't. You see what I'm saying? And it's not towards the woman that left the comment, because, you know, I'm not mad with her. Because the reason why she left the comment because she just don't know, lack of knowledge. And that's the reason why a lot of people do what they do, because of lack of knowledge. They don't know. They never been taught. So I'm not mad with her now like that, and it's not to her. You know. She respect me. She didn't, you know, come at me the wrong way. So I'm not mad with her. But the comment was like, you know, why a woman got to do all that to get a man to spend time with her. You know, dress freaky or whatever, dress nasty, and he should automatically do that. And it was like, you know, why one gotta be a freak and all this kind of stuff here. She said something about a sex object and all this stuff right here. You know, we're not sex objects and stuff like that. You know, and again, I'm not mad with her, but I just want to educate her because I want to educate a lot of women, because a lot of women don't know because they had not been taught this. First of all, my sister, marriage is ministry. When you say you want to get married, you praying to God for a spouse, this for men or women. You are saying to God, I want to serve. I want to serve. If you don't want to serve, don't get married. And that's the problem that we have in dating and relationship. We got people want to get married, but they don't want to serve one another. They want to get married for their own sexual, their own selfish reason. Getting married is not about coming together just having sex, you know, sleeping with each other. Getting married is about serving one another. You know what I'm saying? So instead of men and women, men do the same thing. Oh, why we gotta do all that? Why we gotta spend time with a woman? Well, we gotta give a woman quality time. A woman should have done. And that's the reason why a lot of us are feeling in loving relationships. Because when we learn better, we don't want to do better. We want to complain about why I gotta do all that here. That's marriage. That's why you gotta do all that. That's marriage, sis. Again, I'm not upset, but if I yell, I'm passionate. Right now, I feel my passion kicking in. That's why we are getting divorced. That's why we're not building real love, because men and women sitting there complaining about things that we got to do in marriage. That's what most men like. Any man would tell y'all this right here. That's what most men like. See what I'm saying? You got to understand the nature of a man, queens. Men are visual creatures. I cannot stress this enough. Men are visual creatures. If you got a problem with men being visual, you're not going to be happy being married. You're not gonna, until a lot of women accept this concept that you want to marry a man that is visual, you're going to always feel in relations. And if you always thinking like, well, we got to do all this here, we're not sex objects, you're never going to have a successful relationship. Because you trying to marry the person who you want to marry are visual creatures. It's just the way men are. God created men this way. It's just the way men are. Men are visual creatures. I cannot stress this enough. Men get turned on by what they see. I believe, maybe I'm wrong, but I was told that women get turned on by how they feel, by how a man make them feel, by a man cherishing them. This is what I was told by other women. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but y'all correct me in the comment if I'm wrong. But by a man cherishing them, by a man giving them quality time, rubbing on their feet, you know what I'm saying, calling with them, spending time with them. This is how a woman get turned on, from what I was told by other women. Right? So instead of us complaining about, well, why I gotta massage her feet, why I gotta spend quality time with her, why I gotta watch, and he goes, well, why I gotta dress nasty, why I gotta dress inappropriate around my husband, why I gotta be a freak and all this here. This is what's going on between men and women, and then what keeping us separated. We complain about one another, but yet still, we want to get married though. We want to get married, but we don't want to do what it takes to stay married. If you don't want to compromise, marriage ain't for you. Marriage is not for everybody. Everybody want marriage, but they don't want to do what it takes to get married and stay married. See what I'm saying? You're not going to understand everything about a man. And a man not going to understand everything about a woman. You may not understand why you got to do all this here, why you got to dress, you know what I'm saying, sick for your husband, because you're a woman. But guess what? That's what most men like. I cannot stress this enough. Men are visual creatures. And whenever I say men do stuff, I'm never condoning men behavior. I'm trying to teach all about men. That's why men go to the club, the strip club. Because why? They love to see beautiful women. Again, I'm not saying that it's right. I got to keep saying that. I'm not saying that it's right. But that's why men go to the club, strip club. Because why? Men like seeing beautiful women. If you don't never get this concept, you're never going to be happily married. You got it, y'all queens, y'all women. You have to get this concept. You got to get this in your head that you want to marry a person that's visual. God made men this way. Men are created. You got to understand that. So when I'm telling you to dress sexy for your husband, why? Because men are visual. That's one thing gonna keep that man in love with you, queens. Y'all gotta understand this here. Until y'all understand this concept, you always gonna be, well, why you gotta do this here? And then when you get married, you're not gonna be successfully married Because you don't wanna make no adjustment. You don't want to change the way you think about men. It's not about you being a sex object. Y'all married, that's your spouse. Y'all one. You can't be a sex object to your husband. Oh, we're not sex objects. Sir, that's your husband. You should want to show your husband your body. You should want to be more sexual with your husband. That's your boyfriend. Y'all married. Come on now, y'all married. Y'all one. There's not no sex object. If you dress and sex for your husband, you're a wife. You're a wife. You have been called to serve that man. If you don't want to serve, guess what? Don't get married. And this not just for her. This for anybody who felt that way yesterday. Cause now the majority of y'all really received what I was saying, and I was shocked. I thought I was gonna get a lot of backlash from that. Cause a lot of women, as long as you tell them, say what men doing wrong, they ain't got no problem with you. But as soon as you tell them what they doing wrong or what they can do better, they got a problem with it. And again, I'm not talking about my sister who left that comment, but I'm talking about women in general. It takes a good person who can take constructive criticism and don't get mad. It takes a mature person to do that. You know what I'm saying? Until men and women start complaining about the opposite sex and start fighting against one another and come together and give us what we need. Men give women what they need. Women give men what they need. Start trying to understand each other, because we never gonna understand everything about a man and everything about a woman. But we gotta put that aside and say, well, you know what? I don't understand why men like that, but they just men. Let me do what I gotta do to make my husband happy. And vice versa. The man says anything about his wife. This is why divorce rate is so high. And listen to me now. That same advice that I said yesterday. When I was married, my ex-wife had the same complaint. We was in marriage counseling with my pastor and my pastor's wife. And she was complaining in the marriage, well, he always watching football, he never spent time with me. My pastor's wife told her, so, started complaining, put something sexy on, go up to him and sit on his lap, and tell him how you feel. And guess what her response was? The same thing my sister left in the comment. Well, I gotta do all that for? He should want to spend time with me. And guess what happened? Guess what happened? We divorced. Now, what I'm not saying that's the reason why we got a divorce. I'm not blaming her. We both played a part in that right there. But the point I'm trying to prove is, if me and her both would have started complaining about why we gotta do this here, why I gotta spend time with her, why I gotta give her quality time, and why she gotta dress in front of me and sit on my lap and do all that here, that's what got us inside the divorce court. We complained about one another instead of compromising and doing what it takes to stay together. Now we end up in the divorce court, and guess what? Now the children, now it affected our children. See what I'm saying? That's what's going on in marriages. We don't understand that we have been called to serve. See, when I was married, I was young. I still had grown boy in me. So I wasn't mature like I am now. So now I'm mature enough to understand that that's what women like. I mean, maybe not all women, but most women like quality time, rubbing on her feet, coloring, watching movies, stuff like that. So now I understand that, and I get married again instead of me complaining about, well, why I gotta do all this here? I go to work, pay the bill. No. Now that I know better, I learned better. And again, I learned this from other women. This is why I watch other women on YouTube and on Facebook that talk about relationships, so I can learn women and understand. So when I get into my next relationship, I know how to make it last. So instead of me complaining about women, I'm going to make some adjustments and give that woman what she needs. Stop complaining about why we gotta do all that here. It's just what it is. God created women that way. God created women to fall in love and want to be with, you know what I'm saying, fall in love by how a man treat them. Quality time, taking them out, talking, conversation. You see what I'm saying? Foot massages, foot rubs. Not about sex with a woman a lot of times. It's just about you just doing this thing as a man just because you love her. Not you know what I'm saying? A man shouldn't do that because he want banana pudding. No, do it because you love her. You see what I'm saying? If I know it's going to make my relationship work, instead of me complaining, I might not understand it, which I understand. But if I didn't understand that, but guess what? Stop complaining and stop trying to understand it. Just do it. If that's going to make your marriage work, do it. But men and women, not just her, I'm talking about people in general. We want to be married to the opposite sex. We are heterosexual. We love the opposite sex, but we don't want to do it a change that make the opposite sex happen. When we learn better, we don't want to do better. We want to complain. Why we gotta do all that? Why we gotta do this? Why we can't? We gotta stop doing that. As people, as men and women, we gotta stop doing that. Stop complaining about why we gotta do stuff, and we learn better, do better. Marriage is ministry. Marriage is serving. If you don't want to serve your spouse, don't get married. It's just what men like. Men are visual. And to women, if you're a woman, if you don't get this in your head and understand how visual a man is, you're going to fail in marriage. You're going to fail in marriage. That man needs to see your body. Why? Because men are visual. Y'all got to understand this here. You got to get this in y'all spirit. Men are visual creatures, sis. It's just the way God created us. God created us that way. That's why Job said in Job 31:1, I made a covenant with my eyes not to look at a young virgin and look. Why? Again, men are visual. So if that's in the Bible, that should tell you God created men to be visual. So don't get mad at men, get mad at God. Go to God and say, God, why you made men that way? And maybe God will give you an answer. Job 31:1, I made a covenant with my eyes not to look at a man like looking at you beautiful women. That's why Job said he made a covenant with his eyes, sis. Come on now. It's right there in your Bible. Right there in your Bible. I'm not making this stuff up. Men are visual. Until women understand that, you ain't gonna never have a successful relationship or marriage. You always gonna be, why we gotta do all this here? Why we making, why I gotta just sit around the house with my husband? Cause he visual, sis. He visual. That's your husband. You should want to show your husband your body. You should want your husband to be all crazy about you. If a man, I don't understand some women. If the man don't ever compliment you, you got a problem. You don't never give me no compliment. Then when the man do compliment you, I'm not a sex object. Why I gotta dress in the program? Why I gotta just speak around my husband? And that's the reason why, again, I'm not condoning these men, but that's the reason why these men on these podcasts. And you know what they say? In the high value man, when he was living, women are never happy. Okay, that's what they be complaining about y'all. Again, I'm not saying that it's right to get on podcasts and bash women, but that's what men say about the men on podcasts. That's what they say about women. They always complain. You can't never make them happy. And like I said, some stuff that they say is true. What they're doing is wrong. Absolutely, is wrong. But some women put a battery in their back. Let my man Tony say, some women get these men through to get online and to bash women. Because they're so immature, they think all women that way. They think that a woman is never happy, a woman is never satisfied. This is what I heard the high value men say. A woman never happy, a woman never satisfied. They always got to complain about something. The high value men say the same thing. All these other men got these podcasts, they say the same thing. This is why some men do what they do. This is why some men resent women. We got to start complaining about one another and come together and learn one another. And then once we learn one another, we got to do it. We got to do it. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if you heterosexual, you like being with the opposite sex. So start complaining and give them what they want. Men and women. So if I'm saying man visual and you should dress it, sexy around your husband, not your boyfriend, your husband, y'all married. Change your perspective. You're not being a sex object. You're not being a freak. You are ministering to your husband. You are serving your husband. Now, you can disagree and say, well, that don't make no sense. Okay, fine, it don't. But guess what? You gonna always struggle in marriage, in relationship, if you don't understand this concept. Men are visual creatures. And you got to be willing to serve if you want to get married. If you're not willing to serve, you're not ready for marriage. You're not ready for marriage. Marriage is not about coming together just having sex. Marriage is ministry. Marriage is ministry. Instead of me complaining about why I gotta massage my wife's feet, why I gotta spend time with my wife, because you know why? That's ministry. That's why a man gotta do that to his wife. That's why a man gotta massage his wife's feet. That's if every woman might not require that, but I'm just using that as an example. If I was married and my wife's complaining about me give her foot massages, she complained about me not spending time with her, not giving her back rubs and stuff. So again, I'm not saying every woman need that. Maybe some women might not need that, whatever. But I'm just trying to prove a point that why would I sit here and complain about why I gotta do all that? Why I gotta do all that to my wife? You know why I gotta do it? Because marriage is ministry. Marriage is about serving one another. When you say you want to get married, you saying I want to serve. When you pray to God, God send me a mate. You are asking God to send somebody that you can serve. Even when you don't understand it, even when you don't like it, you got to serve in marriage. That's why you got to do that. That's why you got to walk around the house sexy, you know what I'm saying? Showing your love in your body. Because why? You got to serve, baby. You got to serve. You are called to serve if you're married. That one thing, that y'all, if any woman thinking like that, well, I gotta walk around the house, you know what I'm saying? Show my husband my body and all that kind of stuff here. I'm not a sex object and all that here. You should want to spend time with me. Y'all, you ain't gonna never have no successful relationship in marriage until you understand what real marriage is about. It's about serving. It's not about you no more. It's about your spouse. It go both ways, men and women. It go both ways. It's not about you no more. It's about your spouse. If men and women will stop to complain about each other, we love each other. If we heterosexual, we love each other. We want to be married to each other. Stop the complaining about why I gotta do this here. Once you learn better, do better. Because I've learned over the years how important to talk to my wife. How important to give my wife quality time. How important to hold my wife. How important to touch my wife but not just want to have sex with her. I've learned that. So I want a successful relationship. I want a successful marriage. So instead of me complaining about women, I gotta do it. Just do it. I might not understand it, which I do understand, but even if I did not understand that, just do it. Because those were the things that got me divorced from my first marriage. Because I was complaining about, well, why I gotta do all that? Why I gotta do all that? And guess what? Divorce court. Divorce court. Because I didn't want to do what I had to do, and she didn't want to do what she had to do. We both sitting up pointing fingers at each other instead of learning how to make each other happy and doing it. Over the years, by me being a coach, by me watching a lot of women on YouTube and on Facebook, I've learned how to treat a woman. So when I get married again, instead of me complaining about, well, why I gotta do all that? That's immature. Again, constructive criticism. I'm holding you accountable. That's immature. That's gonna keep a lot of y'all not getting married. If you do get married, it ain't gonna work. You cannot be immature. You gotta grow up and think about the other person. It's not about you no more. When you get married, it's not about you no more. It's about the other person as well. That's what marriage is. Serving your spouse. Serving one another. Now that I learned better about how to treat a wife, guess what? I'm going to do better. Because you know why? Because I want to be with a woman. So, if I want to be with a woman, I got to get her quality time. If I want to be with a woman and be happy, I got to rub her foot if that's what she asking for. Because why? I'm heterosexual. And that's what it takes to be married. Guess what? I'm going to do it. Because why? I understand now. I'm a husband. I'm a servant. When I was married the first time, I didn't understand that marriage was ministry. I was young when I got married. You know, like they say, young and dumb. When I got married, I was young. And I'm thinking about getting married, getting in the bed, and making love. Having the F word. That's all I was thinking about. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get married, but I got license. I got license in this house. I can get it when I want to get it. That was my thing when I got married. In my early 20s, on my early 20s. I got married around 24, 25, somewhere around there. So, I was a young minister. So, I'm thinking, oh man, I got license. Yeah, I got license to have sex. I have it when I get ready. See what I'm saying? But I didn't have the mindset I'm getting married to serve. And that's why it didn't work. That's why we end up inside divorce court. Because we both didn't understand you are called to serve. And to y'all women understand this right here, men are visual creatures. If you can't get that concept, just stay single. If you struggling with you dressing sexy around your husband, don't get married, sis. Just be single and keep your clothes on and don't take clothes off. If you got a problem with taking your clothes off and walk around the house showing your husband your body, then get what? Stay single. You ain't gotta do that. But I'm trying to tell you, if you want a man to be happy, you want a man to be in love with you, you gotta be willing to serve this man, sis. And vice versa. That man gotta serve you. Vice versa. Men are visual creatures. You want to get married, you are marrying a visual person, sis. And I keep saying it here. One way a man falls in love is through physical attraction. Do not get mad with me. Don't get mad with men. Get mad with God. Because if you're a woman, men are just so nasty. Men just think we sex objects and all that kind of stuff here. You're not ready for marriage. You're too immature to get married. You're too immature to be in a relationship. And again, accountability, tough love. Tough love. A lot of women is too immature to be in a relationship because this is what they think. That's so nasty. Oh, that's lustful. Oh, that's being in the flesh. If you got that type of mindset, guess what, sir? You're not ready. You're too immature to be in a relationship, my sister. You're too immature to be in a relationship. Hey, it's tight, but it's right. It's tight, but it's right. I ain't tell y'all nothing wrong. Men are visual. You got to understand that concept. Until y'all understand that concept about men, you ain't gonna never have a happy relationship. Hey, it's tight, but it's right, y'all. Like I said, I can sit here and tell y'all what men doing wrong, but I gotta tell y'all what some of y'all doing wrong too. Until y'all are willing, I'm not saying all y'all, because like I said, most of y'all was like, you know what I'm saying, Coach Rod, I'm glad you said that, keep doing what you're doing. And I was shocked to see a lot of women who want to learn, who want to grow. Coach Rod, what we need to do as women to improve our relationship. That's a mature woman. And then once you hear the truth and where you're going wrong at, instead of you getting mad, you are making adjustments and you are applying it to your life. That's what I had to do. I had to learn women by watching videos, by reading books and understanding women. Now that I understand women, if I want to be with a woman, if I'm heterosexual, guess what? Just do it. Spend more time with women. Massage their feet with them. Watch movies. Cuddle with them. Touch them, not just because you want to have sex. Touch them because you just love them. You see what I'm saying? So I gotta just do it. But that's the problem we having. Men complaining about why I gotta spend time with my woman. Women complain, why I gotta be dressed more sexy in front of my husband. And then we're not building healthy marriages and relationships because we complain about one another. But yet still we want to get married though. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. We gotta start this complaining about one another. Learn what it takes to make a person happy and just do it. Compromise. So, to answer that question, my sister, why you gotta do that? Because you married. Because you are called to serve your husband. And he should be serving you. Y'all serving one another. See what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe like when I get married, I can't do it right now because I'm single. But when I get married, maybe I might be a marriage counselor. I might be a marriage counselor. Me and my wife. And before y'all get married, y'all can book a session with me and my wife and let us counsel y'all. Because a lot of women and men don't understand what marriage is about. Marriage is about being a servant. It's not about you no more. You gotta get out of yourself. That's why marriages is not working, because people are selfish. They get married for their own selfish reasons. They're not getting married to serve the other person, to make the other person happy. They get married all for themselves. Eddie Coach Rod, your #1 Kingdom relationship coach. If you need coaching, the link for coaches is going to be inside the description box. And also, if you need, if you're that person, my book, Queen Do Not Settle, this going to be inside the description box as well. Hey, God bless y'all. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. I'll talk to y'all soon.